Words cannot describe the anguish and despair that we are feeling as the parents of our beautiful daughter Madeleine. If you have Madeleine, let her come home to her mummy, daddy, brother and sister.
Some more breaking news for you this morning. We're just hearing that a search is underway for a 3-year-old British girl who's gone missing in the Algarve area of Portugal.
Oh yes, one more, big smile. That's pretty. Are we going to post it today? Who says I have?
Disclaimer. Everything we say in this video is not fact, it's theory.
Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be talking about the conspiracy theories surrounding the disappearance of Madeleine McCann.
Madeleine McCann was born on the 12th of May 2003. She lived at home with her parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, and her twin siblings. She went on holiday on Saturday the 28th of April 2007 with her family and some family friends to Praia de Luz in Portugal. They stayed at Oceans Club in apartment 5A. During their stay, Madeleine's parents and their friends regularly left their children inside their apartments to go and eat at a tapas bar.
The fateful day Madeleine went missing started off like any other normal British holiday. At the beginning of the day, the children went off to the kids' club inside the hotel they were staying at. After this, they then went back to the family hotel to have lunch. After they had lunch, Kate then took all the children down to the pool, which was the last photo to be taken of Madeleine. After finishing off at the pool, Kate took the kids back up to the apartment whilst Jerry had an hour-long tennis lesson. After the hour-long tennis lesson, Kate took the children back down to the kids' club to have their dinner. When the children had finished, Kate brought them back up to the apartment to put them to bed so Kate and Jerry could get ready for their dinner. For the evening, the parents decided to head to the tapas bar, which was 50 yards away from the apartment. Whilst there, they sat at the same table every night and did regular checks on the children every 30 minutes. The McCanns left the children alone at the apartment, left the patio door open so it was easier to check on them, however, left the curtains closed.
At 9:05, Jerry went to check on the children and noticed that the door was slightly more open than they'd left it. He glanced in on the children and then left. On return to the tapas bar, Jerry saw a friend that he'd gone on holiday with, Jamie Wilkins, and stopped to talk to him. As they were speaking, Jane Tanner, another family friend they'd gone on holiday with, saw them both. As well as this, she also saw a man carrying a young girl with blonde hair in pink pyjamas draped across his arms. At 9:30, as Kate was about to go check on her children, a friend, Matt Oldfield, offered to check on their children while checking on his. He also noticed that the door was slightly open, but as he didn't know how live they'd left it previously, he didn't really take this into account. He also didn't fully check on the children. He glanced in the room, so can't say for definite if Madeleine was there. At 10 o'clock, Kate got up to check on her children. She went to open the door, and as she went to get the handle, the door got slammed closed by a gust of wind. This was the first indication that a window had been left open. She went into the room and noticed that Madeleine was missing.
Hi Lewis, thanks for speaking to us today.
It's alright. Thanks for letting me be here.
For speaking to us today.
You're welcome.
You were young at the time of Madeleine's disappearance. What do you know of the case and what happened to her?
I knew her in Portugal, in 2007, and parents have been getting blamed over years. And obviously, apparently, we're a neighbour or a friend that checked on her, and she just wasn't there, or they didn't look properly or something. That's it, I think.
What do you believe happened?
I don't believe that the parents did it, because I can't imagine a parent doing that to the child, even if it was for media purposes or even, I don't know, because it's just so sadistic what happened. Then she was like 3 years old as well, so no matter how much like the parents are portrayed in the media to like not show grief over their child's disappearance, I don't believe that a parent could do it. I think someone came in the night, were watching them from afar and just saw that this child was alone and vulnerable and just took her. I don't know why the siblings weren't taken or anything like that, but I really believe that somebody, a stranger, probably took her and it's a bad thing to say, but put her into probably sex trafficking, something like that.
I think it's to do with parents. Some like you'd know if you won't leave your kids for a start, so they've got to blame for that, even if they didn't do it. But I reckon they like did something to like sell. No, not sell her, but they're just to blame, aren't they? They've done something.
I really don't know, but I don't think her parents did it, because if they truly did it, then I don't think they would go forward to police and tell them. Because why, if they were guilty, why would they be like, oh, my kid's gone missing? But I think she was sex trafficked or whatever you say. That I think she was that.
Yeah.
Do you think Madeleine's still alive?
No, I think she died not long after the incident. I don't know, like if she were alive, someone would have found her, because she's gone right like viral, hasn't she, over years. She still is now, and it's 2019. So someone would have found her, surely, or she'd know that something happened.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't think she's alive at all. Because if she were, we're arming investigators these now, I think they'd have found her.
Yeah, I think either she went into sex trafficking and then nobody's found her, nobody can recognise her now.
Yeah.
Something like that. Even though they did do that sketch of what she'd look like now, I think it's a bit far-fetched to believe that, because if someone's been through a trauma, they're not exactly going to look like a happy, like, however old she is, girl.
And I don't think that anybody can really, you can't identify her really. The only thing that you can identify her is by her eye, isn't it? That little thing in her eye. But nobody really, like, if you look at me now compared to when I was 3, nobody would think that's her. So you can't really tell.
Yeah,
So.
I think she's probably dead.
I think she's dead.
Either she died straight away or died a few years after that. I don't think she's alive now.
No.
Do you think the media have blown the case out of proportion?
Yeah, 100%. I think they did, because I don't know, I think it's been made a bit more like her parents have done it, and I think it's now known, like, all around the world. I think most people are now tending to think that her mum and dad have killed her, which I don't think's the case. I think it's more she's been kidnapped and then she's been sold for sex. That's what I think's happened, because I think a lot of people are trying to make stuff up, and I think it's becoming popular to say her mum and dad's done it. Do you? Because I think it has.
Yeah, I think it's become like really, like, it's really widespread, and I think there's worse cases out there, more cases that could be focused on that are happening right now that people aren't really like bothered about, because people are still, this were like, what were it, 2007, something like that, and people are still talking about it now, which is a good thing, but I think people are talking about it too much, and it's kind of a bit humorous now to talk about it.
It's weird as well, because there's been more than just, like, there's a lot of other cases with missing kids, and why is that one just concentrated on? Like, why in other cases, like, being put forward, like, in more depth than that? Because I think it's going a bit too far. Like, if she was still alive, I really do think they'd have found her. I don't think it needs to be stopped, but I think a lot of people are going too far with it.
Yeah, because like, it shouldn't still be a thing. Like, kids go missing quite, well, not just kids, but people go missing nearly every day. So why should she be special just because the believe parents did it, or whatever reasons behind it?
Do you think it's a conspiracy?
Yeah, it could be, yeah. If it's still going to this day, like, why? There could be many reasons behind that.
I think there's a lot of theories out there that, and any one of them can be true, because there's not enough evidence to prove anything, really.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't. All the evidence that they found like 11 years ago, and nothing new's come up. So any theory could be true, but I
think that there's like I think opposite. I think there's too much evidence, like, for different things, like a mum and dad are being, like, trafficked or whatever, kidnapped. There's too much evidence in each category for it to just be one. Like, I think they're all evenly spread out, if you know what I mean. But I just don't know. I think it is a little bit of a conspiracy, because there's not just one of them, like, yeah, definitely that. I think it could be either or, but I'm like 80% sure that her parents didn't do it. And then I've got that 20% in my mind now, I'm thinking, oh, have they?
Thanks for speaking to us.
It's alright, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
She then left the twins in the apartment to go tell her friends that someone had taken Madeleine.
Once found missing, Kate and Jay went down to the 24-hour reception to tell them that Madeleine went missing. At 10:15 they called the police, and then at 10:30 the police arrived.
Many residents in the local area looked for Madeleine, as well as the McCann's friends. They used a cadaver dog and a blood dog to sniff around the McCann's apartment to see if they could find anything, which they did find traces of blood and traces of a dead body.
At this point over here, where the victim recovery dog was indicated, as you saw on the video, the crime scene dog was actually giving me what we call a passive indication, where she freezes in this spot here, which would indicate to me that there is some human blood there.
The dogs also found traces of blood in the back of the McCann's rental car, which they got after Madeleine went missing. That same night, the McCanns made a public statement saying that they want Madeleine back.
As everyone can understand how distressing the current situation is, we ask that our privacy is respected.
In the search for Madeleine, a few mistakes were made, such as the apartment wasn't sealed off so many people could walk in and out of the apartment. Also, the police didn't alert the border guards till a few hours after, meaning that anyone that could have kidnapped her could have escaped. Finally, Interpol didn't release a global missing persons until 5 days after her disappearance.
The first indication that showed that the McCanns were involved in the disappearance was that the sniffer dogs only alerted to the McCanns' apartment.
The theory states that the McCanns gave the children sleeping tablets so they would sleep while they went out for the meal.
The night before Madeleine went missing, she said, "Why didn't you come home when we were crying?" to her parents, indicating that they were neglecting her.
This theory also states that the McCanns may have overdosed Madeleine on sleeping tablets, or she may have had an unexpected reaction.
Many people question Kate McCann's statement they've taken her, because who exactly is they?
2 sketches were drawn of the man that supposedly took Madeleine. They both closely resemble Jerry McCann. Do you think parents did it?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't.
You don't?
What?
Why?
No.
I do.
Because they ended up spending a lot of money on it. Like 11 grand.
Yeah, but that could have just been money that's been donated to them for a cause. They've got their own website where you can donate.
And they've made money from it.
And they've made a book.
But why would you spend 11 grand on something if you knew what happened to her?
There's more facts leading to them doing it than any other.
But I believe it's another theory. I think it might have something to do with the parents, but I don't think it's the parents fully, like, they're overdosing her, because the doctors...
Either they've done it or they've not told us truth and they've just fabricated a story to cover some of it.
Yeah, I feel like they've not told us truth, and then now they can't back out of it because they're too far in.
Yeah.
And it's too
far
massive
gone,
and too much money spent on it, so they think, oh, we're just going to have to keep going with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next theory is that Madeleine McCann was sex trafficked. Madeleine could have been a commodity for the sex traffickers, as she could have had a high value.
Around the time of Madeleine's disappearance, a few suspicious characters were seen in the area.
Madeleine's body has never been found, and neither has any physical evidence.
There have been multiple sightings of Madeleine McCann, meaning that she could still be alive.
This theory also ties in with the Pizzagate theory.
This theory involves the Clintons family around sex trafficking. They use pizza terms as codes for this.
The two sketches drawn of the man that Jane Tanner supposedly saw look a lot like John and Tony Podesta.
However, the two sketches of the man that Jane Tanner saw are of the same person and not two different people. I don't believe this one.
Yeah, I'm not with this one either.
Why?
I just feel like it's a bit all over the place.
Yeah, like, what's two...
I don't believe the John and Tony Podesta bit. I don't believe Pizzagate bit. But I believe that she was, like, sex trafficked. Because if not, why have we got no physical evidence of where she's gone?
Apart from blood
Well,
in
if
back
she
of Kate
was
and
sex
Jerry's car.
trafficked, then we'd still have evidence, though. Because you don't die when you're being sex trafficked, though, do you?
No, but you disappear. You're completely off radar. People aren't going to see you.
I feel like that's what Kate and Jerry want us to believe, though. It's like someone who's very passive and doesn't really believe all that anyone tells me. If they're going to tell me that, like, oh, window her up and do her up and she's gone, like, they're going to want us to think she's been taken, she's been sex trafficked.
That's why I don't believe parents' bit, because that's all it fits in, like, so perfectly. Door blew shut because of a gust of wind. Sounds like a movie.
The first factor that states that Madeleine was kidnapped was that Kate and Jerry left at the same time every night, meaning that a kidnapper could have planned a kidnapping.
At the front of the hotel, a diary was left that showed that the McCanns were going to leave at 8 every night.
It was reported that there were a few sketchy people hanging around the family's apartment a few days prior to her going missing. However, these men were never identified.
Madeleine could have also been sold to a grieving family or a family unable to have children.
There have been nearly 9,000 reported sightings of Madeleine in over 101 different countries. I don't believe that at all.
What?
That she was kidnapped.
That's what Jerry... Once again, that's what Jerry and Kate
I feel
want
like
us to
that's
believe.
the most obvious thing. Like, she's been kidnapped. I don't believe that at all. But then why did she say they've taken her?
But
Like,
then,
who's there?
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't understand who would take someone to sell to someone else.
I don't understand, like, if they've took Madeleine, why they took Madeleine and not the two.
I was just going to say that.
The two
There were
twins.
3 children in that room.
If people couldn't have kids, you would think, oh, I'd rather have twins rather than just one
Or, like,
kid.
even smaller children. You'd
Or
rather
you'd
have a
take them
baby.
all.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
what if, like, the twins saw something? Like, I know they were young, but they could, like, be like, oh, man.
But
Do you
then
know what I
that
mean?
does lead me to think they might have took Madeleine because twins wouldn't have remembered. No? Yeah, twins wouldn't have remembered Madeleine getting taken. However,
But Madeleine would have.
Madeleine's got a bit
yeah.
of common sense, so if she'd have seen someone take twins, she'd have.
Yeah, but then
said
if she's
something.
been taken, then she knows that she's been taken. So why don't she ring someone
Because
when she like
she's
when
3 years old.
No, when she's older. I mean,
Because she might have died.
because she doesn't just think.
She don't know that she might not. She might be
might not know
absolutely
she's Madeleine.
clueless that she's Madeleine McCann. She could just
Madeleine
be
McCann,
walking
yeah,
streets.
could be walking around and...
Well,
she
she's been
doesn't-
called Madeline for the past 3 years in her life, though.
Oh, that
And
is
parents
true.
aren't going to
Can
say.
you remember the first 3 years of your
Kid,
life?
Yeah, but what if they're
Yeah, I
like...
can remember my 4th birthday.
I know this sounds silly, but what if they like did something to her mind? Do you know? So she doesn't know who she is, or she don't know
Yeah.
because you hear about stuff where people have like forgot the past life. Along with the main theories, there's a few others that we haven't spoke about, such as Madeleine getting out herself. However, this is highly unlikely. And also the fact she was found. However, the case was so high profile that they decided to keep it under secret.
We conducted a survey of over 100 people, asking them what they thought had happened to Madeleine McCann. 49% of the people who took our survey believe that Madeleine McCann was kidnapped.
87% believe that Madeleine was killed.
89% of the people believe that the parents were involved.
15% of the people we asked believe that she's still alive.
48% of people believe that the investigation for Madeleine should still continue.
And finally, 46% believe that it's a conspiracy.
We also asked what people believed happened to Madeleine, and we got 87 responses. A few of the people believed her parents killed her. One reads, her parents killed her off accidentally.
A few of the people we asked believe that Madeleine was abducted. One reads, they had already planned to kill Madeleine before they went on holiday. Their friends knew about it too. When they did go on holiday and left Madeleine in their room, men who had already been paid to abduct Madeleine took her and murdered her somewhere.
That is actually quite believable.
I believe that as well.
We have one response which is in between the parents killing her and a murderer. It reads, whoever kidnapped her murdered her, whether it be the parents faking the kidnap or a kidnapper.
Thank you for watching. But remember, these are theories, but hopefully the truth will come out one day.